Yo, what's happening, man? I'm in a position of being myself. Last time I was walking through the hood, right here, somebody took and put me on Instagram because I was trying to help my people. You know, the people who wanted the opportunity to get off the streets, to make something happen for themselves. I was right here in front of McHardy's Chicken. And something occurred to me since I'm right here again. How about I get a game? You know, they say the game is to be sold and not to be told. If you don't get the youngsters the game, they make up their own rules. So I started making up my own rules. And as life went on, I tried to get back straight and fix it how I wanted to fix it. And that's what's going on with this COVID-19. Like, I could give you the whole play-by-play where the COVID-19 came from, but I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. Because God showed it to me. See, we chemists. Black men, we chemists. So, you know, they can only try to reduplicate what we already did. That's all they ever do. So God told me about how to stop homosexuality and how to get rid of COVID. Simply put, we need EpiPens. You would think EpiPens, what do you mean? Well, I don't want everybody in my business, but it was a chick I was with at one point in time. Her son used to have bad eczema, and we used to have to keep EpiPens there. Well, one time she caught asthma real bad, and he and I were together. We was at the All-Star game, and later on I come to find out what they were used for. I was ignorant to what they were actually used for, but now I know exactly what they're used for. They're used to pump adrenaline through you in order to pump through the lymphatic system. I didn't know what the lymphatic system was back then, but now I do. They naturally heal you with your own enzymes inside of your body. How do I know all of this? I never went to medical school. I don't know nothing about none of that. I know God though. And because I listen to what God says to me, I learned what adrenaline does in the body. That's how I'm gonna get my weight up. That's how I'm gonna produce the hormone that naturally exists in my body in order to produce what I like my body to be. How to manipulate it and molecularly change myself. That's what them cats is doing when they doing this hormonal stuff. When they go to taking them estrogen supplements and they trying to change and configure their body to look a certain type of way without the so-called procedures of surgery. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that for me, nor for my people. But I didn't want to grow up drinking the milk like I was drinking and eating so much sugar. But that's what was provided to the community I grew up in. So I grew up eating sugar. Sugar is how you catch bees. And I didn't know, but when I was 6 years old and I asked my mom to teach me about the birds and the bees, and she told me I should only worry about the books, I didn't know that the bees carry certain pheromones. And the birds, you know, they go from place to place. And I'm still learning about pollen, and I'm still learning about things. I'm still growing. But God told me specifically how to heal the people from COVID, as well as how to stop homosexuality as being pronounced in people because of the large intake. Because of somebody else's video who was talking about the hormonal war. I'm being warned right now not to speak about all of this that I'm telling you about, simply because my enemy don't want me to tell you. He don't want me to win. And I just want you to know that you don't need them. You don't need nothing nobody gives you. I know this lady, right? I'm walking past her house right now. And she found a replica of her house. Way upstate New York. Comes down to New Orleans and buys a house. Decorates to it with all type of stuff to draw the butterflies. And as I'm walking past her house, I ain't gonna put her on display. She's somebody very, very powerful in a lot of aspects. A lot of people know who she is. More people than I could ever imagine, because she's connected to so many different people. Whatever the case may be, I just wanted y'all to know, man. This lady has a beautiful home with a beautiful garden, and she knows all of the different flowers and their names. And I want to be like that. I want to be a botanist. You know, I want to be somebody who's an herbalist. You know, and I was watching this herbalist video that's on my on my Facebook page. And I invite you guys to check out my YouTubes, because I got a lot of stuff where I just talk and tell you what's true. And if you don't believe me, just try the EpiPen. Just try getting the EpiPen, utilizing it on somebody with COVID. And stop sticking people with the COVID vaccine. Because what you're doing is you got to put it in them, right? To get it out of them. But if you putting an EpiPen in somebody, you're putting their own adrenaline in them and pushing that out of them. You remember the movie Cranked? I mean, just take the theory and think about it, because I serve God, yo. And he's a chemist. And he's teaching me to be a chemist. So, I hope nobody's offended, but you're an idiot if you need somebody else to help you to be you. Peace.